This video is going to be going over numbers 28 and 21. These are numbered a little funky here. For number 28, we have a piecewise function with two different equations. This one on the top, we have x is greater than -2, meaning this equation is going to start at -2 and is going to go to the right. So as a reminder, I'm going to put an arrow going to the right. So no matter what our starting point is, we are going to the right of that when we graph a second point. Then our second equation is when x is less than or equal to -2, which means this one is going to the left because those are the values that would be less than -2. And as a reminder, I'm going to put an arrow there so I do not forget. Okay, once you know what direction your graph is going to go, you're going to find the first coordinate point. The first coordinate point is going to have the x value from the inequality, -2. To figure out your y value, you plug -2 into your equation. This one, we have 1/2 times -2, which would be -1, minus 4, and that would equal -5. That gives us our first coordinate point at -2, -5. This one is going to be an open circle because there's no or equal to part to our graph. So -2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open circle. Now, because this one's going to the right, we are going to follow the slope. Our slope is 1/2. That tells us we're going up 1 and to the right 2. So from our first point, up 1, right 2, up 1, right 2. Now you can graph 2 or 3 points, or 1 or 2, depending on how big your graph is going to be. Now we're going to graph our second line. For this one, we have -2x plus 4. We are going to start by plugging in -2 into our equation because that is our x value. -2 times -2 is +4, plus 4 would equal 8. So this coordinate point is going to be at -2, +8. This one is going to be a closed circle because it has the or equal to. So at -2, +8, we will have our point. For this equation, we are going to the left. And when we go to the left, we do the opposite of the slope. So typically with the slope of -2, that would be like -2/1, down 1 to the right 1. But we need to go to the left for this one because our x values are less than. So when we switch it to the opposite, if we're going left 1, then we need to, instead of going down, we need to go up 2. So from our point, left 1, up 2, plot a point, and that gives us our second part there. This one, only one point will fit on the graph before we go off, so we are going to stop with that point. Now, looking at number 21, we have f of x equals 3x plus 4 for x is greater than 2. Looking at that, that means we are going to be starting at 2 for this equation and going to the right because x is greater than 2. Then on our second equation on the bottom, x is less than or equal to 2. That means, again, we're going to start at 2 and go to the left where the values are less than. Plugging that number in, that will be our x coordinate for our first point. 3 times 2 is 6, plus 4 would equal 10, making our first point at 2, +10. Oh, sorry. This one, before I forget, does not have the or equal to, making it an open circle. Then looking at our slope, we have a slope of +3. That's going to go off of our graph. So if you just want to add a quick point up there showing that you understand your graph goes up, that would be okay. Then for our next equation, we have negative 2x plus 3 if x is less than or equal to 2. So again, we're going to start by plugging that x value in to figure out our y coordinate. That would be negative 2 times 2, which is negative 4, plus 3 equals 1. This first point would be at 2, 1, and this is a closed circle because it has the or equal to. So 2, 1, closed circle. This one we're going to the left, so remember when we go to the left, we do the opposite of the slope. So because the slope is negative 2 over 1, and that would tell us to go down to right 1, we need to go the opposite direction, so we need to change both of them, meaning we're going to go up to left 1. From our starting point, up to left 1, up to left 1. And I'm just going to graph a couple so you can see what it would look like extended. After that, you are all done with this graph.